on that August night, said it's us forever. In the dashboard light, you kissed my tears, swore you never run. Said I'm not like them, guess you were someone. How did we get from always to you walking out the door? I still replay your promise till it don't sound like yours. You broke our promise like it meant nothing at all. Tore up the pages of every plan that we called. Always and honest, you wrote it right over my heart. You broke our promise and it broke me apart. Your coat still hangs on the same old chair. Phone lights up at midnight, but it's never you there. I talk out loud like you might respond, answer my own questions, knowing that you're gone. How did we get from laughing to me shaking on the floor? I still replay your promise till I don't know yours from mine anymore. You broke our promise like it meant nothing at all. Tore up the pages of every plan that we called. Always and honest, you wrote it right over my heart. You broke our promise and it broke me apart. Was I asking for too much? Just someone who stays. You said I'd never hurt you, then you walked away. Now every I love you sounds paper thin. I flinch out forever cause you walked out on it, yeah. You broke our promise like it meant nothing at all. Left all the pieces where I still trip and fall. Always and honest, you carved it deep into my heart. You broke our promise, now I don't trust the dark. You broke our promise, echoes in an empty room. I hold the silence like it was you. You broke our promise, whispered soft and gone. I'm here with what's left, trying to move on. Found your sweater in my drawer, folded it like nothing changed. Washed your coffee cup this morning, hands still reach for your name. Scrolling through the photos, there you are in the same shirt. Only now your arms are around someone who never learned my hurt. You chose someone else, like I was just a phase you tried on. You gave all our plans to a stranger sleeping in my spot. I'm here replaying every moment. You're there rewriting how it felt. You didn't leave me for being lonely. You chose someone else. All our inside jokes turn silent. You don't say them like you did. Do you tell her all the stories where I played the leading bit? Ooh, does she know your mother's birthday or the way you the phone line, told me everything I needed most. You chose someone else, like I was just a song you skipped through. You gave all your first to a face that never knew the truth. I'm here relearning how to breathe, you're there, a picture on a shelf. You didn't leave me for the future, you chose someone else. So I'll let this version of us go, fold it, place it somewhere high. You're a story I stopped reading on the page where you said goodbye. You left your coffee on the table, still warm. You said you'd call me when you're able. You swore. I stared at my phone for hours till it died. You said you got lost in the moment at the bar that night. You didn't try, not really. You let it slide so easy. I was bending, breaking, crawling toward your side. You were barely reaching. You didn't try. I kept your sweater in the hallway, just in case you might come knocking on a bad day. Need a place. I learned your calendar by heart, all your flights. You forgot the day I met your friends, didn't cross your mind. You didn't try, not really. You let it slide so easy. I was staying, praying, sleeping half alive. You were always leaving. You didn't try. All the late night trains I took to meet you halfway. Oh, I'll be there soon, that turned into another day. Tell me, was it ever love or just a way to pass the time? 'Cause I was holding on for two of us, you were holding on to pride. Ooh, you didn't try, not really. You let it slide so easy. I was writing letters you never even read, saying we can fix this. You just turned your head, you didn't try, not really. You watched me cry so quietly. Now you say you miss me, but I know that's a lie. You had every moment. You didn't try. Your coffee cup is on the table, cold now. I'm walking past it to the doorway, lights out. I gave you all the chances, you threw them to the side. I'm done asking for your effort, you don't have to try. before I can ask why. Blame it on the long week, but I hear the silence in your sight. You're scrolling through your daylight. I'm staring at this ceiling fan, counting every half word, trying not to beg for your hand. You don't miss me, you just remember when the room feels cold or your plans fall through. You don't miss me, not the way I still tremble every time my phone lights up. I keep hoping it's you. You don't miss me the way I miss you. You're talking headlines, little bits of life I'm not inside. Say you've been sleeping better, like you're proud you never cried. I laugh at all the right parts, hide the shaking in my jaw. You don't ask about my heart now, guess you know it's still in your drawer. You don't miss me, you just remember when the night gets long and you've had a drink or two. You don't miss me, I'm a ghost in your bedroom, just a name you say out loud when there's nothing else to do. You don't miss me the way I miss you. I used to be the first call, now I'm at the bottom of the list. You used to chase my freckles, now you can't recall our first kiss. I tell my friends I'm over it, I'm fine, but my chest gives me away. Every how have you been? Takes another piece of me. You don't miss me, you just remember when the world feels dark and you need someone you knew. You don't miss me, you just miss the shelter of believing someone would never walk from you. You don't miss me, you just hate the truth. You don't miss me, but I still miss you. You used to text me just to send a cloud of coffee, a stray thought. Now my phone stays face down, staying cold on the nightstand. You used to notice new haircut, new glasses, new small brave things. Now I could vanish into the sweater, into the sofa seams. You forgot about me, like a bill on the counter in a stranger's house, folded under flyers, getting buried, getting carried out. You forgot about me, like the last song fading in an empty seat. And I talk to your ghost in the quiet, where your keys used to ring. I still buy 2 plates on the shelf, cups in the second row. Your jacket hangs on the hook stories to say if we run into each other someday. But in every version you don't see me, you just look away. You forgot about me, like a bill on the counter in a stranger's house, folded under flyers, getting buried, getting carried out. You forgot about me, like the last song fading in an empty sea, and I mouth your name, but it feels like talking in my sleep. Did I dream the way you held my shaking hands on the back steps, counting breaths beneath the porch light? Did I make it up the way you knew I hated being last to say goodnight? You forgot about me, like a bill on the counter in a stranger's house, folded under flyers, getting buried, getting carried out. You forgot about me, and the worst part cutting through my chest is how easy it seems to erase someone who tried their best. So I sit in the dark, let the silence pull over my knees. If you ever remember, I'll be here in this space where you forgot about me. You said I'll stay, keys on the table, coffee gone cold, your jacket by the door. I watched your name fade from my phone screen, silence like smoke curling through the floor. I gave you all my pride, my break. You gave me back this empty space. How do you walk away from that? How do you just let it crack? You gave up on the hardest parts of me, on the softest parts of you. You gave up when the story hit the truth, left our pages torn in two. I kept reaching through the dark, you stopped reaching for my heart. You gave up, you gave up. I replay nights, laughing on hardwood, red feet, red wine, records spinning slow. Now every room carries your outline, shadows and corners where your flowers used to grow. I held my breath, I held your way, you held the door, you didn't wait. You loved the parts that looked like light, but not the storm that came at night. You gave up on the hardest parts of me, on the softest parts of you. You gave up when the colors started to bleed from everything we knew. I kept stitching what we broke, you let every thread go loose. You gave up, you gave up. There was nothing left to lose. Was I asking asking for too much or just asking you to stay? Did you ever really love me, or just the way I said your name? Yeah, you said, baby, we'll be fine. Then you slipped between the lines, left your promise on the floor, like all the things you said were mine. You gave up on the hardest parts of me, on the softest parts of you. You gave up, turned our always to a bruise, faded every shade of blue. I kept holding you, let go, I drowned alone inside this room. You gave up, you gave up, and I'm still holding you. Softly now, I fold your letters, whisper your name like a tired prayer. You gave up and my heart remembers, heavy almost like you're still there. Every line on my face, now you scroll through your phone while I talk about my day. Half a laugh, then your eyes drift away, like you're already gone, but your body still stays. I'm counting all the words you don't say anymore. We used to fight for us, now we just shut the door. You let us fade, like color in the like photos in the sun, till there's almost nothing left of us. You let us fade, slow and not afraid. You never said goodbye, you just let go of my name. You let us fade, you let us fade. Two mugs in the sink, cold coffee, cold air. You kiss me on the cheek like a guest passing through here. You laugh at the show, not the joke that I made. I'm right next to you, but it feels like a break. I'm tracing all the spaces where your hands used to be. You don't slam the door, now you just slip away from me. You let us fade, like color in the wash, like photos in the sun, till there's almost nothing left of us. You let us slow and not afraid. You never said goodbye, you just let go of my name. You let us fade, you let us fade. Maybe it's my fault for holding on this tight to something that's already gone, out of sight, out of love. You say you're just tired, but you don't mean my eyes. Silence feels louder than all of our fights. You let us fade, like color in the wash, like photos in the sun, till there's almost nothing left of us. You let us fade, slow and out of frame. You never said goodbye. You let us fade, you let us fade, you let us fade, you let us You came home quiet, shoes by the door, and your phone in your hand. You asked how I was, eyes on the street. the words didn't land. If I made your favorite, left it to cool while you showered and scrolled, do you kiss my forehead? Felt like a habit that's gotten too old. Do you stop choosing me in the small ways first? Delicacy in the empty side of the bed where your laughter used to live. I can't breathe in it. If love is just choices we make every day, and I'm just a promise you let fade away, you stop choosing me. Well, you never said you leave. We had that Sunday drive-through coffee, getting lost just for fun. Now you say working, say you're too tired when a weekend comes. We used to argue, then fall asleep tangled, both feel it all undone. Now when we're fighting, you shut it down, say you're already done. Oh, I chase your outline right there beside me. You feel my house deep. I beg for answers and you say it's nothing, then time and sleep. You stop choosing me in the small ways first. Barely could see it in the empty side of the bed where your laughter used to live. I can't breathe in it. If love is just choices we make every day, then I'm just a promise to let fade away. You stop choosing me, but you never say you'd leave. Did I miss the moment your heart walked out? Was it one cold look, one careless thought? I keep replaying it, every word, every scene. Trying to find where you slipped from us to me. You stop choosing me. Left my hands reaching out into silence. I'm right in front of you. Till you look past me, like I'm just backing up. If love is just choices we make every day, then I'm just a promise you let fade away. You stop choosing me, but I'm the one who grieves. So I'll start choosing me in the mirror first, in the morning light. You roll away again. I hold my own hand, say I'll be alright. You stop choosing me, but I will stop choosing my life. I stop choosing my quiet kitchen, cold coffee cup. You said morning, but you never looked up. You used to talk in colors, now every word feels gray. Here beside me, but your eyes are far away. I keep replaying how your hand once found my knee. Now you scroll through strangers where you used to scroll through me. I keep saying it's a season, it's a phase. It's just the rain, but your silence fills the hallway like a frame with someone's name. You stopped loving me, and it didn't make a sound. No slammed doors, no raised voice, no countdown. Just you not reaching back when I reach for your sleeve. That's how I knew. You still ask about my day, but you don't wait for my reply. You still sleep on your own side, closer to the other side. We still laugh at the same shows, but it dies out in your eyes. I hold the punchline longer just to see if you still try. Every photo on the fridge feels like someone else's life. Two strangers in the doorway smiling like they had the time. You stopped loving me, and it didn't make a sound. No new scars, just this ache I found in the way you say my name, like a word you wanna leave. That's how I knew. You stopped loving me. Was it Sunday in the doorway? Was it Tuesday in the car? Did it fade out in a sentence or between our favorite bars? I keep hunting for the moment I could circle on a screen, but all I find are tiny cuts where you slipped away from me. You stopped loving me, and it didn't make a sound. Just small shifts till my world turned upside down. All the light we built together leaking through the seams. Now I'm lying next to someone who only holds my memory. That's how I knew. You stopped loving me. You stopped loving me. You stopped loving me. Stop loving me. You stop me. You leave your coat on the back of my chair, like it meant you'd stay, like you'd always be there. You'd say my name, then lose me in your phone. I held my breath, like that could make you come home. I kept the glass you left on my shelf, half on stain like a promise to myself. If I waited long enough, you'd turn around in time. But I was living in a story you never underlined. You were never mine, just passing through my life, like a song I knew by heart, that you sang out of time. I built a future in your eyes. You just called it killing time. It took me far too long to see you were never mine. All of your your friends knew me from your post. I learned your dreams, sitting close like a ghost. You held my hand when the nights got too cold, then dropped my heart every time she called your phone. I blame the days we never aligned. Said maybe next year while I stood in your line, tracing constellations from the crumbs you left behind. While you were sharing sunrise leaves on somebody else's side. You were never mine, just drifting through my sky. I was making shapes from clouds. You called it passing time. I wrote my name beside your door. You never saw the sign. It took me far too long to see. You were never mine. I boxed your sweater, folded every thread, deleted all the maybes we never really said. I'm giving back the version of you I redesigned, and keeping who I am when you're not on my mind. Oh, you were never mine, and that's finally alright. I can love you from a distance without losing my sight. You were a chapter, not the book, just a flicker in the night. I'm closing what was never open, whispering goodbye. You were never mine, but this heart is still alive. I'm walking out into the quiet, letting all of you unwind. You were never mine, and I will still be